Hi Mikel.
Hi.
A great night for you, and particularly the academy and the young players you picked in the team.
A very special evening, to be fair. Very happy for various reasons. Obviously, we are in the quarterfinals. We won the game against a really tough opponent. We made 10 changes. We played players that never played together. Yet we made two huge debuts for Max and Andre. And that feeling of giving the opportunity to somebody and fulfilling a dream is unique. And I'm very happy that things turned out to be very positive and we managed to win the game.
Sam from Sky.
Hi Mikel. Andre Harrimanus. What do you like about him and how do you feel he did today?
Well, since pre-season when he was with us, I was very impressed with him. First of all, his mentality, how much he wants it. That's the first ingredient. He's desperate to achieve his dream. I think he's been very consistent training with us and constantly giving us the option to pick him. Today, I believe it was the right day for him, for the context, for the way he's playing as well. And he certainly proved that he's got a chance.
Yeah, him and Max coming through at the same time. Bukayo and Emil came through at the same time. Miles and Ethan came through at the same time. Is that a deliberate thing that you do to bring?
No, it's not. But that's what it is, and I'm very happy with both of them today. Miles as well, Ethan scoring a goal, Bukayo scoring a goal. So two academy graduates taking us to the quarterfinals. Again, it was a special, emotional evening, and on to the next one on Saturday.
Phil PA.
Hi, Mikel. I was just going to ask you about Max. How did he react when he heard that he was starting? Obviously, there's a lot of noise around him, isn't there? Just how do you think that he dealt with it out there and just his performance?
A tiny smile. That's what you get with him. For him, everything is natural. For him, everything is okay. Is the way he plays. I think that's the secret. That he doesn't make a big fuss of it. He just does what he does best, which is to play football. To play football with a lot of courage and determination. And today, again, he's shown some incredible skill, some capacity to run past players at that level in the Premier League at 15. It's something definitely special.
Simon Standard.
Mikel, with Max and his mentality, is it now that he's started in this, he's thinking, I want to start in the Premier League, I want to start in the Champions League?
For sure, if you ask him, for sure. But that's what we have to manage. And not only that, there's a lot of things that are new in his life. We discussed that, I think, a few days ago. Make sure that he does the right steps, that he behaves and accepts, because this is going to go this one, then he's going to play in a different team. And he needs to cope with all that, because it's happening very, very fast, and we all need to be aware that let's encourage him to keep going that way, but let's protect him as well.
Does it help when you've got Bukayo, who's obviously been on that same journey, and then someone like Martin, who is 15, 16, signing for Real Madrid, to have those kind of role models around that?
Yeah, he does, and the more senior ones as well. But the thing is that they believe that they're going to have a pathway. If they earn it, it doesn't matter how you're called, you're going to get a chance, and they know that, they believe in that, and they really want it, which is the most important thing.
Jordan, Sam.
Okay, it was a positive result, but a tough first half at times.
Pwah. Yeah.
But so I don't think anyone would have blamed you if you decided at half time, okay, let's take Max off, let's take Andre off, just protect them. So why didn't you? What did you see, Phil? You know what they need to go through these moments.
Because it wasn't nothing to do with them, it's some very sloppy giveaways that we give in very dangerous areas, and we didn't apply 2 or 3 rules that we always have in second phases, for example, and we could have been punished. Kepa made a brilliant save, they missed another big chance, and it was more the feeling that we were a bit struggling. But to be fair, I expected that when you make 10 changes and you put players that they never played before, some of them they haven't played much as well. This season you have to gamble, but I was ready to take that risk, and in the second half I thought, okay, we have to start the next 10-15 minutes in a different way. We certainly did that, and I think the game shifted momentum.
Tom Copeland.
Hi Mikel. Some say you've got the best defensive pair in the world in Saliba and Gabriel, but Mosquera and Nkapie today pairing, they were pretty darn good.
Very good. I think those two are going to complement each other really, really well. Very happy with what I've seen. Again, they never played together. I think they trained 2 or 3 times together, and I will keep improving, but very happy.
Yes, and Damon.
Hi Mikel, obviously 10 changes tonight and you guys made it through. Do you think, obviously, especially first half, there were tricky moments in that period, but the fact you've got through, do you think that reflects that across all the competitions this season, that you guys have the depth to go far in all the competitions you play?
It's going to make us stronger because, again, as your colleague suggested, the easy thing maybe is to do some changes in that moment. And I really believe in them. And we could adjust a few things and be better, improve certain individuals with certain positions as well, that I think it was important. And after that, now they have a good feeling that they can compete beat a really good Premier League team. So overall, we have a lot to learn.
And what were your thoughts on Kepa? Of course, last season you had Neto, who didn't play much, he was mostly on the bench. It seems like Kepa is level up and will be pushed down.
He was really good today, and I'm not surprised. I said it, I think, a few days ago. The way he behaves, trains, the way he's connected to the team at all times is going to prepare him for those moments, and today he certainly was ready.
James, yes, yeah.
It's just a word on Nwaneri, really. I mean, obviously scored the opening goal. How important a moment would that be for him? I'm guessing he's probably not played as much as he would like.
Really good, and he came on the day as well, and he's going to have those chances. And when he has, he needs to make the most out of it. I think he took the goal really well. So he had some actions. Some of them they weren't that effective, but what I like that he kept trying and making risk, and he didn't change that behavior and determination to make things happen. And at the end, he got rewarded with a brilliant goal.
Okay, last couple. Ed, Guardian.
Just on squad depth, some of these young players coming through the academy, how much can they give you an extra edge in your squad? You know that these are players on top of what you've got, you know, the senior players as well.
Well, that's when we need them, they are there and they are ready. And again, we have a lot of injured players in the front line, so we could see we have the depth, but today we were struggling with some positions already, so, and it's October, so we're going to need them. It was a great test for them, and I take a lot of learning from it.
Finally, Daniel, bench views.
Good evening, Mikel.
Hi.
You didn't make any changes at half-time. Was it important that you gave the 11 who started a message that you really trust them, especially Max and Andre?
100%, and especially because it was nothing to do with them. If not, it was something to do more with other stuff that we could have done better. And I think in the second half they continue. A shame that Andre didn't take the chance they had 1v1, because it would have been an incredible moment for him, but overall very positive.
There, Harry Mananous has set that up.
He just signed his professional contract as well last week.
August.
Oh, it's August.
We mentioned always sunny in North London before the game, and it still is. This is just how well they've done. 6 wins, 12 goals scored, no goals allowed. Surely all smiles for Mikel Arteta after the match. Here he is.
Players combined for the first goal. In Miles Lewis-Skelly and Nwaneri. How pleased were you to see those two combine in the way that they did?
Again, a lot of academy players, 2 of them scoring today and taking us to the quarterfinals. It was a special evening.
And just finally, it's now 11 clean sheets from 14 games. Whichever team you seem to put out, whichever defensive partnership you seem to have, there seems to be that determination to keep that run going, particularly in defence. How are you instilling this determination in this team?
Very good. We have taken today that to a limit that I don't like so much, because we gave some balls away and we had to defend some big open spaces. I think Kepa made a brilliant save early in the first half as well. We find a way to do it again, and it's a huge platform to win football matches, so very proud of it.
And on to the next one.
And on to the next one again in 2 days.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Isn't he, Nige?
He's what?
Beaming, smiling. You can see how happy he is. We don't always see that side of him in interviews after matches.
He doesn't know what beaming is. Have you ever seen him smile like Arteta just smiled?
I actually do know what beaming is, actually, geezer.
Yeah, I know what beaming is.
He is smiling. Why would he not be smiling? You know, he's in a great position. I mean, Arsenal right now, the talk of world football, we talk about if they're one of the,
Nigel,
the best teams in world football.
Give it a try. See if you can do it.
Why don't you beam?
I'm beaming.
Wait for the camera.
It's hurting him. Look, it's hurting him. Yo, don't strain yourself there.
His muscles haven't worked that way before.
I'm not that miserable. Calm down. No, honestly. It's great for Mikel Arteta. He really has. It's been a project that's been working for a while, and now I think it's where it has to be. Again, same conversation we keep saying. There's no room for excuses, really and truly. They've got everything they need. They've got the strength in depth. They've got the quality. They can compete on all fronts. And today, good performance by an Arsenal team that was changed also against a Brighton side that are not going to be no mugs, not easy rollover, and they still got the result at home.
It's this season.
You think it is?
It's this season.
makes you say that?
Look at what they've created defensively. They haven't allowed a goal at home. Defense wins championships. We talked about this. Our numbers don't. If you want, by the way, it is a masterclass defensively what they're doing in this start of the season. And if you want to win a Premier League, if you want to win a Champions League, you have to be solid in the back. And today they rolled out a back four that hasn't played together, I don't think, all season long, maybe perhaps in the previous Carabao Cup game. But getting Piero Hincapié involved, Mosquera involved, he has 8 good defenders. He has depth in those positions, versatility as well. And then the rest, as you go forward onto the 11, it kind of solves itself. There's quality all around the squad, and it feels like they've been going in crescendo season after season. And on top of that, consider the drop-off from the usual top dogs that they're fighting against in the Premier League. Manchester City, Liverpool.
I wouldn't say it's a given. I think they're front runners for sure.
Nothing is a given, but this season has to be it.
It has to be, yes. They're leading the race right about now. That's what I would say with Arsenal for me. They're leading the race for sure, but I still feel that there's more twists and turns to go. There's a long season ahead of us, a lot of football to be played still, a lot of other things. Right about now, they're where they need to be. But can they be that horse that leads and goes all the way across the finishing line? Now they're leading. The pack is chasing, and there's some interesting teams that you've got to play against that can get them on. Anyone can beat anyone in their day.
Look at the last couple of seasons, though. They understand what it takes to go to the very end. It's been devastating for Arsenal over the last couple of seasons where they gave it 100% and it slipped like sand through their fingers. In a couple of Premier League seasons, they have that experience. And seeing their context around them in the Premier League, understanding that this strong start puts them in pole position to walk away with the Premier League, it just feels like this is finally, Arsenal fans have been waiting so long, and they're in a really good position to win.
You said they've got the experience to watch it slip through their hands like sand. They don't have the experience to finish the job.
But they understand what it takes. They need to go even more than where they've gone before.
To finish it. They've never done it, so I can understand what it takes.
And that has been the criticism.
That's exactly it.
They haven't got any winners on the team, and that's something that hasn't changed this season.
That's it. Experience is the definition of experience is actually knowing it's something that you did before. It's something that you've
But they're there. They knocked on the door. They got to open it.
But
they knocked on the door. They didn't open it though, did they?
They didn't open it. Right. They didn't. I think they will open it this season at some capacity, right? In one of these tournaments, in one of these competitions. But I will say I do like the maturity level also with the football. When in many games is 0-0 in the 60th minute, 70th minute. And when teams are tight or when teams are not sure of who they are or they're not sure that the level that they are, then you can get tight. You can try things you don't try. You get hit on the counter. They've been patient. They know they're not going to concede goals, right? They concede very little. Maybe the best defense in Europe, right?
They know who they are.
They know who they are. So come 50, 60, 70th minute, they know they're going to put together play. And guess what? If they don't put together play, they know a set piece is coming at some point. So there's this confidence, there's a composure with the way that they play. There's a tempo with the way that they play. And that's why I think this year is probably going to be their year.
The 50th, 60th game of the season, I understand what you guys are saying, but there's a first time for everything. So I don't really agree with your logic. They've been through the grinder before and lost, and that must serve as motivation.
No, we're not saying they can't do it.
To go through the gauntlet.
We're not saying they can't do it.
I know,
but you're saying like they've been
had experience
for the journey, but they haven't because they haven't done it. You've got to finish it.
There's a first time for everything.
Well, as Mikel Arteta said, what's more important, the journey or the destination? Will you do it?
Nah, get out of here. He actually said.
Yes, it was the big Winnie the Pooh quote on the Arsenal documentary. Well, today.
With this season, you know, not always scintillating, not always swashbuckling, but you never really doubted they would get the job done.
Yeah, I think there was evidence of the team being disjointed, and I think that was just down to the personnel and the changes where they're so defensively tight. That back four with Declan Rice and Zubimendi in front of them, there was gaps where Brighton did expose. Brighton will rue the chances they missed. They had the better chances in the first half, glorious chances as well, to easily have go 3-0 up. They rue them chances, but you know against Arsenal, the talent that they've got, especially whether it's from set pieces, because the three subs made the difference. Timber, Gabriel, Saka come on straight away from set pieces, even though it was a free kick deep inside their half. Gabriel was first to it. Then he got on the second ball. Saka within 5 minutes scored from when he come on as well. That made an impact. So you always feel with Arsenal that they're going to create something, whether it's an open play with a bit of brilliance, which is what the first goal was, or from a set piece.
I think when we take all the chances, then we're in the next round. Yeah. first of all, of course, it's about scoring and defending goals. And I think we weren't able to score and we weren't able to defend in the most important action, especially in the second half. I think there was the first shot on the goal from Arsenal, and we didn't defend it well. The small margins, defending the edge of the box, defending the given goals, we can do it better. And therefore, if you don't score goals and if you don't defend and keep the clean sheet, you can't win it.
You had quite a few chances in the first half. Do you think that the players lost a bit of confidence from not scoring those early chances?
Of course, every goal gives you confidence, but I wouldn't say that this is the reason. I think also in the second half we had not that amount of chances, but still good possibilities to score. So we tried it hard. Of course, we all would love to score. This all gives the team and the individual players self-confidence, but in the end we weren't able to do it. So we have to keep on working hard. We need to give the players the right support to do it better the next time.
And Costello is his first start. I think he took him off at half time. What do you think of his performance? He had a really big chance in the first half.
Yeah, he played very well. So it was just the physical reason why we took him out. So overall we were happy with him.
But is he injured then?
No, just physical. What I mean with this is he runs a lot. He needs to adapt to the intensity of the Premier League. He needs to adapt to the demands, and therefore we need to give him time.
Hi Fabian, Daniel from Bench Views. Even though it is a different competition, it's another loss. Is there anything in particular you think the players could have done to avoid this?
I think, like I said, it's about scoring goals and about defending goals, and there we weren't on our highest level today. And if he did this well, I think we could avoid it, yeah.
And you looked more threatening in the first half, especially in the early minutes. What changed at half-time? Is it that Arsenal turned up or your players didn't?
Like I said, I think we started well in the second half. We had also 1-2 chances. And of course, the goal from Arsenal changed the game. And then it's not easy to score goals here, like we all know.
Actually, your reaction to having come up against a team that fielded a 15-year-old on the right side of Max down, how do you prepare your players to come up against something that's such an unknown factor?
I think he already played some minutes in the Premier League, so he's a good player. We all try to prepare our team the best we can do. It's left for the players similar to Saka, so the profiles are not that different, and therefore we try to prepare our players individually and as a group the best way we can. But for sure you not always know who's playing. Then when you see the starting 11, then for sure you can give small advices to